Hey, what should I call this video? Before I leave for the day, there was a couple things I thought about that when you think about, remember when I was mentioning about filling up all the libraries that represent all the data? How can I possibly put all that data into your head? Okay? Like that, right? How long would it take me to be able to express all that data, right? Data transfer, morphogenetic field structure, right? The speed at which that data is being transferred between one skull and another, except I live through my heart, right? That's the biggest data speed transfer I know of, okay? Which is why they can't capture all that data, because that's infinite data, which represents infinite experiences, because all that data that is infinite is in all those stories I wrote, that is in all those libraries, right? So if you were going to sit down and you wanted to experience all that data that is in all those books, that represents all those stories, that represents all those experiences, you'd have to sit around with me forever, okay? That'd be a long time, wouldn't it? So how do I transfer forever into your library? Your library would have to be forever, wouldn't it? That means you and I are in waveform alignment with each other. That means we're outside the time stream together. We're in eternal light. We're running maximum speed neurotransmission of all that data. This is infinite. Otherwise called as the infinite tree of light. Okay, which is why the data that I experience, which is what I'm experiencing, is running so fast. Oh my God, I can't keep up with myself. I'm running a track meet against my own light wheel, which is my heart. Wow. So then I thought, okay, that's a condensed version of how simple it is, as simple as it gets. Okay? So then I thought, okay, well, just think about this for a second. What I call, you want to measure freedom? When President Trump talks about the First Amendment, freedom to express ourselves, right? The Declaration of Independence, we're endowed by ourselves, not by something else. We're endowed by ourselves. We're endowed by our own living spirit to be free to express ourselves wherever we go in the cosmos. When we are what love is and living spirit, that's one law. That's one rule. Okay? That's self-rule. That's what it means to self-govern yourself. Now, when you look at a political body, okay, not a spiritual body, I'm a spiritual body, a spiritual light body, okay? So I'm free to express myself wherever I go. So I was just thinking about 30 minutes ago when I was shaving stubbles off my face. And I'm thinking, there's somebody over there that's watching me. So I thought, I wonder what she's thinking about what I'm doing. I'm out here in the middle of a park shaving. Oh, you're not supposed to do that there, right? You're supposed to do that in a bathroom the same way I do it in a mirror. That's a rule-driven function. They give you a lot of rule-driven functions. Where do you learn those rule-driven functions? By mimicking what others do. What we call a Xerox machine, a hive mind. Okay? That's AI. Okay? We're not held captive by artificial intelligence because we're real. What is real? One rule. Love is a law. We are what love is in living spirit. You can't clone a spirit. Okay? We're free. We're free to express ourselves wherever we go because we live by one rule. Because we do no harm. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Okay? I will do whatever the hell I want to do. Okay? And you want to know what allows me to be able to do that? Because I run one function. That's it. Restore the light wherever it's been lost. Then we're back to eternal light, which is eternal love, and it's unconditional. Because you don't have to give us anything in order for us to love you and give you energy. That's why when love is the law and you are what love is, you are automatically free energy. Welcome to the sun that's here. That's free energy, isn't it? So we can measure freedom by measuring what? How many functions? How many functions are driving what you do with your energy? We measure that. So when I think about, for example, when Judge Anna Von Reitz, who lives up in Alaska, about what was it she said the other day in an email she sent me? 80 million rules? Is that what it is? Last time I checked, I thought it was 60 million rules. I thought, motherfuck, what is the matter with these people? They're insane. You need all these rules to live by? That's insanity. When you can live by one and make it simple? Jeez, man, it's like, God, they didn't learn nothing here, did they? That's another measurement. If you're a teacher in a classroom, you got to measure your students. What did they learn down here? I had a friend of mine 40 years ago and said, they're not learning anything. It's easy to go into any university, including Oxford, and paint these guys right into a corner. All you got to do is give them an argument they can't rebut, and they'll look stupid in front of everybody else in that lecture hall. I would love to see Patty Broussard do that sometime. Put it on a video, and put it on mass media. You want a wake-up call? That'll wake them up. Okay? All you got to do is ask this professor right away, why am I spending all this time putting all this crap in my memory when I can operate on no memory? You want to explain that to me? Because they operate on memory. We don't. How come? Because they still need a time clock. They haven't graduated yet. And they're never going to graduate until they get their speed up. They run on too many functions. That's why the native Indians were here. Why do you think they killed us all off? They don't want anybody coming in here to learn from us. Because we live through the teacher in this planet. She's a conduit. My heart lives through her heart. So I know what it is she expects out of me. So we have to measure everywhere we go based on the waveform speed of the communication between everything that we're experiencing in consciousness. That's a measurement of learning, which is the same measurement we measure ourselves by. So we know when we experience something that we communicate, for example, and I'll give you one example in childhood, okay? We learn through our stories that we tell each other how the universe works for all of us. But I'll give you an example. When I was sick, when I was like in 7th grade, I didn't want to go to school. Not because I wanted to cut class, because I love to learn. I love to hang out and have fun. But I'm not having fun if I'm sick, right? Do you have fun when you're sick? Now, for me, I don't want anybody to see me when I'm like this. Why is that? It's not necessarily because I don't want you to get what I got. There's that, yes, of course. But I don't want you to experience what I'm experiencing. Because every time you see me, I want you to experience the energy that I am when I'm in my normal state, when the ball is above the water, which is a state of love and joy. My battery's way up, broadcasting a bunch of light everywhere you go. So if my battery's drained because I got to use my energy to heal myself from what I'm suffering from, I got to go hide somewhere. so that you don't experience the energy like this. Otherwise, you're going to experience the lower energy, and there goes your battery. I don't want to do that to your battery. So your intuitive self knows why they do everything they do here. Why they push all their vaccines, why they push all their AI, big pharma, why they put all that crap into everything that they produce or all their food distributions, which means all you got to do is examine and measure everything that every corporation does on this planet. Because you know what we measure? The return from the input and the output of what we experience by that, which is a measurement of their consciousness, which is a measurement of their density. So anyway, I thought to myself, we teach through love, which is to teach through flowers. Okay? When you look at a flower, I experience that with what love is. So there's a flower in me, of course. But there's also a pollinator in me. Okay? So you have the socket and the plug. So when you have the socket and the plug, we're banging out another one of these. It runs on more powerful juice, higher voltage, higher current, power those cells, communicate that light. Because it is the spirit that is in this tech, okay, that is using it as a communication platform and a vehicle to get around with, to have as much fun as we can here, and at the same time be a demonstration model of what the girl gave us. I gave it a hell of an off-road test. Even without self-repair, I'm still here. That's a testament to the girl on the planet, because she always gets all my love for everything she gives me, free of charge. That's what free energy is. When you've learned to become what free energy is, you graduate. As Patty said to us one time, you got a classroom of your own. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Kiss those flowers. Give everything love. That's what I do. We're getting there. We're getting there. Bye now.